Hello everyone, in this video I'm gonna show you how to create an AI system that posts articles for you on X without you doing anything. So it's a social media agent for X, and I'm building this workflow on a platform called make.com. So make.com is free, so just go to the website make.com, and once you're there just basically create a new project. That's very simple. Just navigate to this area after you signed up for free. That's free. No worries about it. Okay, so when you sign up for this platform, you need to create a new scenario. So I already have my scenario here, so I'm not gonna explain that here anymore. But so here's my scenario, and basically what we are doing here, we are trying to uh, basically we have like uh, a Google spreadsheet here which has links to Google, to different news articles, and basically I have created this system in a way that whenever I add a new article to these rows, any new rows, uh, the system is going to notice that. So once the system notices that a new article has been added, it's going to send that article to Google Gemini AI. So, and this AI basically gets the article, reads the article, and it's gonna summarize the article. And once the article is summarized, it's going to be passed to the router. You don't really need the router here. Actually, just connect this thing to this thing. You don't need the router. You would need the router if you wanted to add another social media, let's say LinkedIn or Instagram. But we don't need that, so it just goes past to the router, and it comes to the Google Gemini AI. And this AI, I have designed it in a way that uh, turns this summarization into a Twitter format content. So it just changes it to make sure it meets the format for a tweet, and it also adds hashtags to it to make it like more viral, and then it's going to post it on X. So without further ado, let me just explain to you how to build this workflow for yourself. So the first thing you need to do is you need to add a Google Sheet module here that watches new rows. Okay, so if I come here, if I click on add, basically I can choose a Google Sheet, right? So once I click on Google Sheets, there are different things we can use for our workflow, but we are interested in watching new rows, right? So if I come here, I can actually find it. Maybe watch new rows. Yep. So just grab this thing and drop it here. I'm not gonna do that because I have okay, I'm actually gonna show you. uh, you can just grab this and just bring it here. So Google Sheets, watch new rows, and you need to click on it, right? So just click on it, and now you need to create a Google connection. So how do you create a Google connection? It's very simple. The only thing you need to do is to just sign in using your Google account. Just sign in using your Google account. I have already done that, so it's not gonna ask me to do it again. So let me actually delete this. And so okay, so I have already created mine here, and what you need to do, you need to put it as search by path, then you need to say my drive, and then if you click here, you can actually give the direction to the exact file you are looking for, right? So my file, as you can see here, it's named social media automation. So and make sure to sign in with the same account you used to create this Google Sheet. So uh, mine is named social media automation, so I'm just going to leave it as that. Make sure it's called ideas, right? So when you click here, you have different options. Make sure it's by default ideas. Sheet name ideas, table contains headers, yes, and rows with headers, just leave it as is, and limit 2. So once you put the limit as 2, what it does, it limits the search for the last 2 new rows. Okay, fantastic. So I've already done that. I don't need to save anything. And the next thing we need to do, we need to connect this Google Sheet to our Google Gemini AI. Now you can use any AI you want. You are not limited to using Google Gemini AI, but I've used this model because it's free. So you can basically use their Gemini API tokens for free. And my mission is to create YouTube videos, YouTube tutorials that only use open source and free tools, so that you can use them at the same time. So if you appreciate my work, please consider giving me a like and subscribe, because it really motivates me. So with that being said, you need to create a Google Gemini API key, and the way you can do it, you can go to Google and you can just say get a Gemini API key. Once you have done that, you will be you're going to come to this website, and you can just click on get a Gemini API key, and you need to sign in with your Google account, but you probably have a Google account. So just click on create a API key, and it will give you a new API key. Fantastic. So once you have that API key, come here and you can use the API key for your Google Gemini AI. So the way you can add the Google Gemini AI is by click on this plus sign, and once you click on that plus sign, there is an option for Google Gemini AI. And once you do that, there are three different tools you can use. You can create a completion, which means like you can answer to a prompt or a chat. That's what we want. We are not interested in the last two options. So just click on this one, and you will have this right here. So once you have that, just click on it, and basically you need to add your account. So the way you can do it, just by clicking add, and once you click add, it's going to ask you for your API key. Just copy paste your just paste your API key here, and you can make the connection. Here you need to specify your model. I'm using Gemini 2.0 Flash. I mean, Google has many models, but I mean, I like this model. It's very fast, and it has a good quality. So next, you need to define your messages, which is very simple to do. So the way it works, you need to just, for instance, let's say I want to create a message. So I'll click on add item, and I need to define the role. So I'm just going to define the role as the user, because we are giving the prompt, and now we need to identify the parts. And so I'm going to identify the part as a text. So we want to give the model a text. Now we can say something like this, right? Summarize this article link. So just write something like this here. And what we need to do is you need to click on this one, URL A. So why URL? Because if you come back to our Google Sheet, we have a column named URL. I don't know why you can't see this, but it's kind of messed up here, but this column is named URL, and when you're creating your Google Sheet, your column A should be called URL, and this column contains the link to the articles, right? So with that being said, just write something like this, summarize this article, and once you have done that, just grab this thing and drop it here. But as you can see, I have already done these things here, so I'm just gonna delete these things because I don't need them. Okay, so I have this. You don't need to put anything else, and great. So our model now knows to summarize the article, and this is gonna send the summarized article to the second AI model. And the second AI model is the same thing. It's a Gemini model, and you can set it up the same way you did for this one. And so for this one, I'm using the same model, Gemini 2.0 Flash, and I'm setting the role as user. Message type, as I mentioned, is text. And now I'm saying turn this into a tweet format. Keep it very short. So I'm saying keep it very short because if your Twitter account is not a premium account, you can't have a contents that are more than a certain limit. So if it goes beyond the limit, you can make the post. So if you're not a premium subscriber, just say keep it short, so you don't go beyond the word count for Twitter when it comes to posting for free users. So that's it. And here you need to put the results. So where do the results come from? usually the results come from the previous node, right? So the summarization of this node becomes the result for this one, right? So, and you can just do it manually, right? So as you can see, this is our Google Gemini API AI, right? So if I grab this, I can boom, drop it here, and then it's going to have the result that it's going to use to make the summarization, right? So and we don't need to do anything else here. We basically have everything we need, and the last part is connecting our X account to this workflow. And in order to do that, we need to have two values. So if you create an account, if you click on add, you need a client ID and a client secret. So how you can do that? You can do it for free. The only thing you need to do is to go to this website, X Developers. So go to Google and say developers.x.com, and you basically need to sign up to this platform. Just give them whatever information they need, and you will be navigated to this website. And once you're here, you need to come to the overview, and you need to come to this project, right? Which is under your default project. Click on this, and here you need to set up a new authentication setting. I have already done that, so I don't have the option to set up something. The only option I have is for editing something, right? So uh, for that reason, I'm just gonna click on edit. And so once you're on this page, what you need to do, you need to give the app the permissions, right? So I'm gonna give the app. You can give the app this permission, which gives the app, which gives the our workflow the ability to read and post posts and profile information. That's good enough for type of app, say web app, automated app, or a bot. And here you need to provide your app info and sorry, the callback URL and the website URL. And I got these two links from the make.com websites. So if you come here, they have a online help page, and if you click there, they provide these two links there. So I got these links from their help website, and this is the same for you. So if you want to do this, just grab these two links. And if I go down, I can click on save. Mine is already saved, so there is no point in doing so. And once you do that, it's going to give you the client ID and client secret. And once you have that, you can basically connect your Twitter account, right? So, and here, similar to what I have previously discussed, here you need to put whatever the content is in this area. So if I click here, I can see that I have two models. As you remember, the first model was responsible for making the summarization, and the second model was responsible for taking that summary and turning it into a tweet. So I need to get this, and I need to drop it here, which I've already done that. And so this is good to go. We are done with our workflow, and now let's test how it works. So if I click on def of this news article, so this is a new article about death of OpenAI whistleblower deemed suicide in a new autopsy report. So let's say I want to turn this into a Twitter post, right? An X post. So I'm just gonna click on this link. I'm just gonna copy it, and I'm gonna come to my basically Google Sheet, and I'm gonna draw and I'm gonna paste it here. So if I come here and if I just paste it here, I'm not sure why it did it here. Let me refresh it. Okay, now it's better. So let me delete this from here. Yeah, let me delete this and let me put it, bring it up here. Okay, boom, and let me delete this. Okay, so now you're going to have the post for this article. If I come here and if I click on run once, it's gonna work. So boom, boom, boom. Google Sheet finds the article. It's going to send it to this one, to this one, to this one. Boom. It took like, no, 2 3 seconds. Okay, so now we have the X post, the Twitter post. So if I come to my X account, to my Twitter account, and if I just refresh it, boom, here's the tweet. Autopsy confirms death of OpenAI whistleblower John Doe as suicide. Reports detailed circumstances surrounding his passing after raising concerns about AI safety. As you can see, this is perfect, right? And this one is actually the previous tweet I made using this workflow. And as you can see, sometimes it adds like emojis and hashtags. So and you can just identify, you can prompt the workflow to add emojis or hashtags. For example, you can come here, and here you can say, make sure to, when you're typing here, you can say make sure to add hashtags and everything, and it's going to do that. So this is our workflow. And if you like this video, please consider giving me a good like and subscribe. It really helps me create more of these videos. As I mentioned, my mission is to use open source free tools to educate others to do the same thing, so they don't need to spend money on paid tools. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.